It was supposed to be a chill day out. Me, my cousin Zack, and his girlfriend Layla. Zack had this great idea to hike some off-the-map trail he read about in a random forum. It's untouched nature, he said. Super peaceful. Peaceful? Yeah, if by peaceful you mean eerily quiet to the point where it starts messing with your head. The moment we stepped into that forest, it felt wrong. There were no birds chirping, no rustling leaves, no bugs buzzing, not even wind. Just dead silence. It was like someone hit the mute button on the entire world. Layla was the first to say it out loud. Why is it so quiet? Zack, always trying to act cool, laughed it off. That's what makes it special. Nature's not noisy all the time. But he was wrong. Nature's never this quiet. We kept walking, and the deeper we went, the heavier the air felt. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't just the silence. It was like something was pressing down on us, like the forest was watching. And then we heard it. It wasn't loud, just a faint sound at first, like a whisper. We froze, glancing at each other. Did you hear that? I whispered. Layla nodded, her face pale. The whisper came again, but this time it wasn't random. It was a word. My name. Liam. I spun around, heart pounding. Who's there? No answer, just silence. Layla grabbed my arm. We need to leave. Zack rolled his eyes. It's probably just the wind or something. But even he didn't sound convinced. We kept walking, faster this time, and that's when we noticed it. The trees, their shapes were off, twisted, almost human-like. And their shadows? They didn't match up. The sun was high, but the shadows stretched long, too long, like they were reaching for us. And then the whispering got louder. But it wasn't random anymore. It was our voices. I heard myself yelling at my mom from a fight years ago. Layla heard herself crying over a breakup she'd never told anyone about. Zack heard something too, but he wouldn't say what. That's when he panicked. We're turning back, now! We started running, but the forest didn't let us go that easily. The path twisted and shifted, like it was leading us deeper instead of out. And the whispers? They turned into screams. My scream. Layla grabbed me, tears streaming down her face. Liam, stop, she yelled. I froze. What? You were just screaming, she said, shaking. Like full-on screaming, but your mouth wasn't moving. Zack was ahead of us yelling. Keep moving, we're almost out. But then he stopped, dead in his tracks. Layla and I caught up to him, and that's when we saw it. The path ended in a clearing, but it wasn't empty. In the middle stood a tree. Not like the others. It was smooth, almost polished, with carvings spiraling up the trunk. Faces, hundreds of them. Human faces twisted in pain, mouths open in silent screams. And there, near the base of the tree, was something carved into the bark. Words. We are what you leave behind. Before I could even process what that meant, Zack's voice came from behind us. Run. Except, Zack wasn't behind us. He was standing frozen in front of the tree. We turned around, and there he was. A second Zack standing just a few feet away, grinning. Run, it said again, but its mouth didn't move. Layla grabbed my hand and we bolted. We didn't stop running until we were out of that forest and back to the car. When we finally looked back, the forest was gone. Just a flat field, like it had never been there. We haven't talked about it since. But sometimes, when I'm alone, I hear whispers. My name. My secrets. And I can't help but wonder, did we ever really leave? What would you do if the forest knew your secrets?